Other signs of lying are if they don't blink, close their eyes very slowly, or contrastingly blink a lot or break eye contact. Other signs of lying are if they don't blink, close their eyes very slowly, or contrastingly blink a lot or break eye contact.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lillian Glass. You know, when we were children, we all heard about Pinocchio's nose growing when he lied. But is there any truth to that? Well, you know, there is some truth to that. Because when we lie, something takes over in our body. Our autonomic nervous system takes over. And as a result, blood flow changes. So we may feel the capillaries in our nose expanding. And so, in essence, it does grow a little bit. That's why you see people, when they lie, scratch their nose, or they shake their nose, or they do something with their nose because they're not feeling comfortable.
Other signs of lying are if they don't blink, close their eyes very slowly, or contrastingly blink a lot or break eye contact.
The concept is that Tupac is so powerful an individual and has left such an impact as far as his music and his controversial views that he's not really dead. So what we've done is taken the incident after the Vegas shooting and left a possibility, however small it might be, that he's still alive, that he went to New Mexico, that a special government organization kind of protected him and medically took care of him, and that he was able to somehow survive and take a journey, which is what this video is all about.
It does start with a helicopter takes him, does say New Mexico, which is where we got the video, called unknown location. Right after he's shot, the helicopter thing, you know, to be honest, I'm not even sure why. It felt right, though. It felt like he would be automatically taken in this helicopter because it's just the way things are done. It's the quickest way something can be done. That shot actually was extremely difficult, and what people don't realize is that I actually had a Steadicam operator who was really famous. They said he had done this movie where the opening credits was like this crazy helicopter shot, and then the thing that people notice is that the helicopter kind of lands, and the camera just keeps moving, well, you know, like without even without any kind of like setup rig, and so there was a guy actually sitting on the side of a helicopter. He wasn't even inside of it. It was a Steadicam guy. And the helicopter was up, and it landed, and he, without a beat, just walked right off of it, which was amazing because it's a pretty difficult thing to do. And if you listen, what I was trying to do is like he's walking, he's physically walking, which tells you something. It's not like he was out or flat on his back, and there's a few steps taken, and then he falls. And then that's when the sisters come over to him. The next thing you see that he's in a bed, and that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to accomplish, and trying to do. Now, the whole thing about you said about government and stuff like
personality too. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's like I mean that's just like him going to this court trial the day after the quad studio shooting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead you with the sweet scrub looking for some love in every club. I see you staring like you want it. Well, baby, if you got it, better flaunt it. Let the liquor help you get a bonus. I'm still tipsy from last night. Bumping the walls as a pose. Addicted to the fast life. I try to holler, but you tell me you take it. Saying you ain't impressed with the money you make. Guess it's true what they telling me. Fresh out of jail, life hell for a black celebrity. So that's the reason why I call. And maybe you with it. Fantasies of a sweating, can I hit it? Addicted to the things you do. It's still true. What I'm saying, boo, is this is all about you.
Every other city we go, every other video,
it's all about you.
No matter where I go, I see the same hole. Every other city we go, every other video,
it's all about you.
No matter where I go, I see the same hole.
I make a promise if you go with me.
imagine this. You finally get your dream job, and then the experience is anything but dreamy when you're going to work every day. That's exactly what it was like for PAIGE HEMMIS. She's one of the designers on Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and she's joining us this morning to tell us a little bit about a secret that she had for many years. And Dr. Kirk Clopton's also joining us, and he'll weigh in just a moment. PAIGE, for years, I think people have watched you on the show and thought you were the happiest, most bubbly, and in person you certainly are like that person ever, but you had a secret that nobody knew about.
Yeah, and you know, and most of the time I was happy and I was that bubbly person, and when all of a sudden that started to be diminished, I really thought, okay, something's wrong here, but I don't know exactly what it is. But you know, I was tired all the time, I was exhausted, and even though I was exhausted, I couldn't sleep, and I had gained about 25 pounds, which, you know, being on TV.
The problem is that if people know why they're depressed, they think they're not depressed. So if there's stress in the community, loss of job, relationship issues, well, am I not just supposed to feel depressed? And we want to distinguish between people who are sad and people who are depressed. So for those people who really experience diminished ability to enjoy things that they really should be enjoying, we're going to call that depression, and they really should see their physician to see if they need some treatment.
PAIGE, you've signed on with something called Blueprint